Hello, this is the Arbor Accountant, and today we're going to learn about understanding your financial picture. And you guys are in for a treat. We're not going to learn this in a boring accounting type way. We're going to learn this in a very tree care, arborist, focused type of way. So we're going to go ahead and jump into it. So this is a simple diagram I use to help individuals understand their financial picture. So on the left-hand side, we have a balance sheet. And a balance sheet is just our assets minus liabilities to give us our equity. And from a personal, and this is just like personal finance and accounting, guys. Our equity is the same thing as our net worth. So from a personal standpoint, we really don't say equity, we say net worth. Okay, and that's just our total value. And on the right side, we have our income statement, also known as a profit and loss statement, which is basically revenue minus expenses. It's going to give us a profit or a loss. Okay, so obviously if we have more revenue than expenses, we're going to have a profit. If the reverse is true, we have more expenses than revenue, we're going to have a loss. And another name for revenue is income, sales. Another name for expenses is cost. So accounting is just like learning another language. There are just many different ways to do things, just like in tree care. There's many different ways to dismantle a tree. There different climbing techniques. You can do a stationary rope moving technique, a moving rope, foot locking. You can ascend a tree on spurs or gaffs. It's all tree climbing or ascension. It's the same thing. So just understanding the different terminology, you won't be lost. So what are assets? Assets are the things you own, things that have value, and they should be used to help you, if you look at the lines, help you increase revenue. Assets can be as simple as money in a bank account for your business. Other assets can be your equipment that you can use. So if you're equipment heavy type of tree care industry, that could be your bucket trucks, your chippers, your cranes, bobcats, your grapples, backhoes, mini loaders, anything, chainsaws. Your aerial climbing equipment. These are all assets in the business. These are things you use to help you produce revenue, help you produce money. The next thing are your liabilities. So let's say if you go out for financing or you get a loan from a bank or you do equipment financing, that liability or that loan, that's going to be listed here. So if you have to go and get money to finance a bucket truck or equipment, you're gonna basically have, that's going to be the value of that loan will be your liabilities. And liabilities, they transcend or they become expenses because you have things called interest that you have to pay. So just being aware of, okay, if you get financing, how much will your monthly expense be for interest? And of course you have to pay back the loan, but you want to make sure that you're charging enough on jobs to cover your direct costs, but also that interest as well, which is very key. And back here, once we get our assets, we subtract the liabilities, it's going to give us our net worth. Okay, and if you look right here on our right side, we have our revenue. That's just money coming in from sales minus your expenses. And you're going to get a profit. That profit is going to go over. The more profitable your company is, your tree care operations, the more that equity number, the more the value of your business on your balance sheet is going to increase. If you're not making money, if you're having losses, that's going to decrease your equity or decrease the value of that business. So very important for you to understand these numbers, how things interact. And as we get into more training, because I'm a big component of training, from even just look at your tree care operations, training is very important. So we're going to go deeper into these numbers. So with live numbers, you can understand what's going on in your operations, what you should do if things are not looking the way they are. And then if things are looking good, how do you replicate, how do you duplicate that system so you remain profitable? So just understand, we're going to go deeper into these different words, these trainings, and and learn more. And actually, yeah, before we jump off, guys, I want to really go into the color system, because the colors make sense. We're in the green industry, so if you think about like growing something, making things stronger, that is representative of the color green. Revenue is, you got to have the sales keep coming, just like the trees and landscaping. You always see them bloom. You always see the green coming out. So in order to understand that money does grow on trees, you have to have a good system of creating revenue, creating money. Expenses. These are, things you want to limit, just like a stop sign or a red light. You want to limit these things to be profitable. Now we back up and go to our balance sheet. Assets are the things that make us feel good. If you think about the color blue, it's a calming color. So, knowing that, okay, we have good equipment, we have the assets, we have the money in the bank. These things make you feel good. They make you feel calm and confident that, okay, I know I can go out and do the job. Liability is purple. It takes a lot of knowledge to go into a bank or to get equipment financing. Purple represents knowledge, and it's sort of like magic as well. If you can go into a bank, if you can close a equipment financing deal and you can get money to get equipment, it's like magic. It's like snapping your finger and having money just fall out of the air. But it takes a lot of knowledge. So purple represents magic, but also that knowledge of doing things. And then finally, orange is equity. Orange just represents energy. So the more energy, the higher your net worth, the higher the value of your business, the more you can do, the more attractive your business looks to, partners, if you want them to partner with you, if you want them to buy into the company. So all these things mean something in there. It's very important for you to understand them. So I hope explanation of accounting of financial statements was easy and simple for you to grasp. Again, I did not want to do this in a very boring, detailed accounting type way, but to make this very fun and interactive and easy for you to grasp. So, take this knowledge, use it for your tree care operations, help you grow. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. I'm Edward, the Arbor Accountant. Thank you.